Hello everybody and welcome. Today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Logitech G513 keyboard. Quick disclaimer, this keyboard was sent to me by Logitech for purpose of this review and other media for Logitech. That is, however, not going to skew my opinion on this product, and you will soon hear my pros and cons of this keyboard. The first thing I noticed when I started gaming with the Logitech G513 is how comfortable it is. From the Roamer G linear switches to the included memory foam palm rest, I was able to game for hours on end with absolute comfort. The travel distance of the keys and reaction from the switches felt smooth and accurate with any game I played, being an MMO or a first-person shooter. I was then amazed with how quiet the keyboard is. Having tried many different switch types over the years, right away I noticed how much quieter this keyboard is compared to the other keyboard switch types I've tried. So let's talk about things that I really like about this keyboard. I love the brushed aluminum finish. I think that it's one of the most aesthetic pieces of equipment that I own on this already very aesthetic workspace. I'm also a huge fan of how you can change the brightness of the keys backlight. There's a lot of times where it's really late at night, all of the lights are off, and I really don't want this very bright illumination from these keys hitting the bottom of my face. But I still want to be able to see exactly what keys I'm pressing. So this is a great marriage of the two to be able to change all of your keys individually to whatever color you want them to be to help you kind of look for macro keys, or if you're editing and you have specific keys set to specific tasks, you can change by color if that's something that's going to help you. You can change some on, some off. Any options that you think that you're going to want to have, you're going to be able to put on this, and with a variable lighting, you're going to be able to see them in perfect scenarios all times of day. One thing that I didn't realize how much I was going to love until I had it was the memory foam palm rest. When I read that it was going to be included with the keyboard, I was a little skeptical. I'm really not one, especially with my old Corsair keyboard, to have the wrist piece on. But this is a detached memory foam pad that you can move however you're moving. If I'm standing in my desk, if I'm sitting in my desk, I can move it, I can angle it, I can change it. It's a great, comfortable piece that slicks off sweat very well. Another cool feature about the G513 keyboard is the inclusion of contoured keycaps. If you're familiar with the original G910 keyboard, these keycaps look very, very similar and feel very similar to those keycaps and really enhance the way you can get your game on. One thing that I noticed about the keyboard that I didn't really see mentioned in the review notes is the screw hole that I saw on the back end of the keyboard. I feel like with a few adapters, this can really be taken to a whole new level. It can be a cell phone holder, it can be with some adapters a secondary tripod if you want a different webcam angle. The possibilities of this are completely endless, and I'm really excited to see what people start to use it for. Now here are some things that I don't like about the keyboard. I am very much a fan of the spin wheel that you see on keyboard media keys. I like changing my volume with a spin wheel rather than having to hold down the function key and press a specific button. Another thing that's a little underwhelming to me about this keyboard is the fact that the pass-through is only USB 2.0. Now they did mention that it is really designed for charging and wireless mice, but I feel like changing this to a USB 3.0 could have really enhanced the future-proofing of this keyboard. And for example, when I bought a new device to transfer all of my data from my SD cards to my cameras, I bought it in USB 3.0, and it increased my transfer speeds of the SD card by well over 70 megabytes per second. So things like that you could put in a USB 3.0 pass-through, have all of this transfer speeds and all this data transfer go super quick through there. It would be great to have an SD card slot coming right on my keyboard, just swap out my SD cards, transfer all my data, and I would be done. But unfortunately, we're stuck with USB 2.0. So thank you Logitech for sending me this keyboard, and thank you everybody for watching. If you're interested in getting this keyboard for yourself, feel free to check the link in the description. I guarantee you that this will become my new daily driver keyboard, and after typing the entire script for this video with the keyboard, I can tell you it is fantastic. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, I will see you on the internet.